Sample text here.
T.
Hello fans, friends, and family, and welcome to the 2018 edition of DCI Fans Argue About Shows. I am joined here today with a familiar face, and a dear friend to many of those out there. Clap for our esteemed guest, Doug Bianto.
It's Bianto. Please pronounce it correctly.
Sorry. My speech algorithm does not allow for proper pronunciation. It is also why I sound so feminine and am not gay though.
What am I doing here? Last thing I remember, I was arguing with a bear in the park and I was also a bear.
That was last year, Mr. Bianto. Due to the success of last episode, we were given a larger budget and put into this new facility. And for the fans, do mind the logo. It is part of our sponsorship and we couldn't be more thankful for our sponsor. Also, we underwent genetic restructuring to become human so we could have thumbs.
So I could use those thumbs to jack.
Sorry Mr. Biantug, but this is a family-friendly, Christian program. No swearing or vulgarity allowed or we may lose monetization.
Nigge.
Stop. We have time restrictions, so no more messing around. My name is Drew Peacock and welcome to DC. I don't know where I am. Also, my dick is this big. The DCI premiere aired last night in theaters and we so incredibly amazed by everything we saw. The drill, the music, the execution, all top notch. It is going to be the best year DCI has ever seen. What do you think, Mr. Bianto? Did you enjoy your illegally streamed viewing of the premiere?
The best year ever? Are you literally, like, not even trippin', bro, insane?
Of course not. Every year is the best year ever in DCI.
We must have been watching different things then, because all I saw last night was tone deaf, try hard, pretentious rubbish.
Really now? An interesting stance to take, Mr. Bianto. I think you owe us an explanation.
An explanation? You can see for yourself. Use your brain and look at what's happening to DCI. The magic, the soul, the power, the heart, it's all been replaced with spandex and vocals. I took a break after last year from DCI, so I could come back fresh and hopeful, but all I saw was the same disappointing trash from last year.
It seems to me like you're making some baseless claims here to the viewers at home. Could you please explain this nonsense you speak?
Is that what you really want? I have a tirade, an analytical diatribe that must be unleashed, and I don't want to blow your mind with it unless you sign a waiver.
Then maybe it isn't the best thing to put in out wholesome family program.
Take Crown as an example. Fuck you, Crown, by the way, for taking down my recorder cover. That shit was fire.
Mr. Bianto, mind the cursing please.
Take the first hit. It's a bunch of samples of mysterious synth sounds into a loud chord. And the spectators lose their damn minds because they're so brain dead that every time they hear a loud noise they start calping and giggling like retards. I can get the same effect by having my dad run over me in his car and then blare the horn really damn loud.
That was an awesome moment. A Crown classic. The progression after it is so great. Any reasonable person would clap.
No. You don't understand. They're doing a big hit like that and expect me to buy into it because it's loud or well played. No, no, no. It has to be cool. Old DCI would do the same cold opens, and it was awesome, because it wasn't trying to be clever or complex, it was just cool. What Crown's doing now is giving you a 5-year-old's finger painting and tell you it's Picasso. It isn't the same.
This isn't what I expected from you, Doug. I didn't know that you were a basement-dwelling old-school fan who hates innovation and browses Drumcore Planet. You aren't a DCI veteran, you're just old.
And these new shows aren't innovative, they're just a clusterfuck. Take a real Crown classic, and a recent one at that. While you might think the opener to Relentless is just like this year, let me tell you it's like Brooklyn and a Costco, not even similar. Relentless had real build-up in the start, real tension in the few seconds leading up to it, and a huge bass drum hit into the first impact. Yes, it was well played like this year. Yes, it was loud like this year, but there was a tangible feeling of progression instead of just getting smacked with a wall of sound. Crown 2016 earns the impact, Crown 2018 doesn't. And not to mention the history behind it. The callback to Star 1993, just beautiful. And that clever design and feeling of progression continued throughout the show, aided by a simple but powerful plotline that kept the theming consistent. And there's the real problem here. Take a few snippets from Crown's show this year, and if you didn't know they were the same show, you could never guess.
What do you think you're doing? It's a DCI show, it isn't a movie. You can't analyze them like they're the same. You watch them and enjoy the spectacle of it. You're missing the point entirely.
Is that really how you think? DCI is art. DCI is also just summer band, but it's art. I don't have it in me to just look and listen like a child watching fucking Elmo and clapping when Big Bird shoves his ugly ass head through the door. If this is the way DCI is going, then have fun with it. I want no part.
Get off my show.
I see it now. Much like this show here, DCI has gotten too big, or so it thinks. Trying to expand to an audience that isn't there, taking new strides only to move backwards. You'll see it soon. In a few years, maybe DCI won't even be DCI anymore. I'm Doug B. Ento and I'm a piece of shit who sucks cock.
Sorry folks, but it looks like our special guest wasn't so special after all. In all of his convoluted opinions, I saw into his heart and understood his problem. He's just some edgy kid who likes being a contrarian on the internet, hiding behind fake characters with fake voices, too afraid to put a person to those ideas. DCI is bigger and better than it's ever been, and it's going to be a great season. I'll see you in a year, or maybe sooner.